I'm doing great. Yeah.
Okay. See, a little bit, please give your introduction for my viewers. Please introduce yourself in a nutshell.
Okay, ma'am. I am a primary teacher. I am Bharat Panchal, and I'm a government primary teacher. And I have been working as a primary teacher for the last 29 years. Yeah. Apart from that, I'm a religious preacher. Yeah. I deliver speeches in my mother tongue, ma'am. Yeah.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk on any specific topic. And as we earlier decided, that village life and city life.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
would you like to say something or else I start?
Yeah. You start, ma'am, please.
Okay. So to me, village life, living life in a village, it's quite, it's really quiet, and there
Yeah.
is a less, pollution, noise, everything, and kind of you can say, it foster a sense of feeling of community, and people know each other, and they, always ready for the help, and yes, they lend a helping hand. So this happens in the village. So mostly the life of village, it's quite serene. There is a kind of tranquility in the life of if the person is leading a life in village. On the other hand, if I tell you living a life in city, so this means it's quite filled with hustle bustle, everything. It's people are becoming overwhelming because of the bustling, and all are in a rush. And since it's brimmed with so much noise, pollution, everything. But on the other hand, if I tell you about city life, so there are it's filled with, it's brimmed with technology and innovation, everything. And if I tell you about village life, so in village life, it's there are something is good and something is not good. So we can say pros and cons. Let's say living in village. So sometimes it's quite affordable. It's affordable to a person because the the I can say the basic needs and housing, it's quite affordable in village life. On the other hand, in city, it's not possible. Everything is quite expensive. And the other thing I can say, the hospitals and the good education is not that much good enough in village. And
Yeah.
if I tell you about cities, so it's quite easy, and it is seen that there are top notch schools and universities in cities. So many things we can take, and we can like compare city life and village life, and it depends, and it's unique. Like it depends on your like preferences, priorities. But yes, there are some kind of goodness and the feeling of peacefulness when the person is living in village. Let's say it's quite near to the, like, let's say the fresh air, the river, the greeneries in the villages. But this is not the case in cities. Cities are there are so many meaning the kind of the bad, I can say, air is emitting. It's
Yes.
emitting from the vehicles, because there are numerous transportations is occurring because of this. Like each and every person, every individual, they are like using their own vehicles in cities. So this is really like normal thing in cities, that people are using their own vehicles. Because of that, the kind of pollution is occurring, and the kind of gases and bad things they are emitting. So this is happening, and somewhere it is harming our health. So it is not good. On the other hand, living in a village, so it's quite healthy for our health as well. Everything like so pure, so pious, and people are really nice. But yeah, to some extent it's not really good. Let's say career growth, there are less opportunities in villages.
Yes. Yes.
If the person is seeking for things like career in a diverse way, so he cannot get that in villages. On the other
Yes.
hand, in cities there are abundance of scopes, right?
Mhm.
People can go and choose their own career and follow them, and there are so many opportunities in cities life. So there are many things. Let's say, the malls, restaurants, you cannot rarely find in the village area. On the other hand, in cities, I think every nook and corner nowadays, like our nation is becoming this much developed, so you'll found so many like restaurants and malls, right? For the
Yes.
for the leisure time, and for the people to hang out, dine out, so they can do so in cities. But this is not the case for the person who is living in village. So these are my point of view. Yes.
And you have described the village life and city life in a great detail, ma'am. Thank you for that.
Thank
Ma'am,
you. Thank you.
ma'am, I would like to ask you, do you enjoy living in the village?
I would love to, but this can't be possible.
No, ma'am. But, ma'am, as far as I'm concerned, I have spent my childhood up to the age of 20. I lived in village, so I am very acquainted with the village life, and that life was very, and yeah, amazing. That was very wonderful life because in the villages you see that there is a space, and we can go anywhere, and there are so many benefits of living in the village. Yeah, as far
Yeah.
as I'm not, yeah. So because we can enjoy fresh air there, fresh air. You see that in the cities we are not going to take the fresh air because the air is polluted, contaminated. So it has
Yes,
become very
yes.
hard. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
and
it is.
yeah. But in the village, the fresh air is available everywhere. Yeah, and when I think about the village life, one thing comes in my mind that we are going to have the fresh fruits.
Yes.
We, yeah, I used to eat the fresh fruits that just plucked from the trees and
Mm-hmm.
were available to eat. But we see that here in the cities, we are not getting the fresh fruits. And one difference I noticed in the village and the city that if you want to know the true meaning of devotion, love, compassion, care, fraternity,
Mm.
tranquility,
Yes.
you have to come to the village because these words are only heard in the city, but I
Yes,
did
of course.
not following that rules. Yeah, no one is speaking to other. One, yeah, ascetic is there, ma'am. He used to say that we have broke the atom. We have broke the atom, but we don't know who is living in our vicinity. We are not
Mm-hmm.
acquainted.
Yes,
Though
yes.
we have put the step on the moon, but we are not having the time to meet the neighbor. So this
Yes,
is the
of
fact
course.
happening in the city, but this is not happening in the village. I think that
Mm-hmm.
villages are, and almost all the villages are well acquainted with each other, and they participate in yeah, in others program, and there is a bond between them. There is a relation between them. They are they take care about anyone, each other. But this picture has become very rare in the city, and in the
Yes.
people use people used to wake up early in the morning in the villages.
Yeah,
It is
exactly.
at the cock is crowing.
Mm-hmm.
Crow, the people
Yeah.
are going to pick up and they start, and the women also start their household chorus early in
Yes,
the
yes.
morning at 5
Yes.
a.m.
Yes,
So
yes, of course.
these all the habits are very useful to maintain the health. There is no any other efforts to maintain the health. Their timetable, their schedule is, yeah, co-relevant to
Mm-hmm.
maintain our health. So all these
Yes, of
habits are,
course.
you see that in the city the people are yeah, they are awaking for late night and they are waking up early late in the morning.
Yeah,
So
true
this
that.
not good. Yeah,
Yes.
and I do describe that the village life is very quiet and peaceful. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I would like to add here for cities
Yes.
life, as you said rightly, you said about village life that people they just get together and for let's say for any kind of festival or any kind of occasion, and this happens in villages. So the
Yes. Yes.
same thing I would say this also happen in cities life as well. Let's say people who are living in like societies, in apartments. So this happens like they organize such kind of things and they celebrate, let's say any kind of specific occasion they celebrate with
Mhm.
the pomp and show. They do this. We cannot
Yes.
deny this. They do this. Whether they are doing it just for showcasing and projecting themselves that we are doing the things in a unity, and there is a kind of kind of feeling of togetherness. This
Yes.
they showcase, but the thing is this happens in city as well. And apart from this I can say like they also sometimes they they help. We cannot deny this. But
Yes.
yes, they many times they try to drift away from their close relatives in city life because they don't want the intervention. They don't want themselves that somebody like interfere in their lives. They want to
Yes.
live their life freely, and they want to just liberate our life with all the kind of stuff and the kind of burden or uh, pressure, I can say. Pressure in the sense of responsibility. Sometimes they are enjoying their lives. This is happening in cities life, but we cannot say there is no togetherness. Yes, there are people, they are leading their life with the togetherness in city life as well. We cannot deny this. But yes, each and everything has their own exceptions.
Mhm.
But if I tell you, to be very honest, in for village life, so there's a different kind of feeling when it comes to live in village. The
Yes.
air, fresh air, and the humility, right, and the humanity, I would say. And
Yes.
people have a kind of discretion, kind of understanding for each and every person. This is really like it's I think it's really apparent in village life. It's really apparent. This show up that people have the kind of humility and humanity for each and every person in village life I'm talking about. But yeah, we cannot deny, but it depends, and it depends on the situation, circumstances, and your priorities. Sometimes people are very like they are constrained somewhere, and out of compulsion they are moving towards to live a such a life in cities and working hard diligently. They are doing so somewhere it's out of compulsion, it's they are doing so. And when they let's say they have resided in the city, so they are not in the mood of going back to the village. This is also happening because they are becoming accustomed to that, attuned to that, living in such a big place and everything. It's kind of freedom in city life. But yes, the sense of living in a village, it's a different kind of feeling. It's a kind of, I can say, over the moon type feeling, I can say. But yeah, there are people, they are doing this out of compulsion, I can say, because of lacking of the jobs. There are
Mhm.
scarcity of many jobs and the businesses. Yes, small businesses are there in village area, but what
Yes.
about big businesses, and the person is really interested to commence any big business, so it will happen in city. And it depends, it varies. Yeah.
Ma'am, you know that Gandhiji used to say that if you want to make our India strong and strong, so we'll have to walk towards the village. But people are not at all interested in it. So why do you think that is the main reason behind that? Why people are not interested to walk towards the village? Or
Towards
more
the
other,
village. Yeah.
or in other words, I would like to ask you that to extend this conversation further. I would like to ask you that what are the disadvantages of the village life? Some of the disadvantages. I would
As I
like to
earlier
listen.
mentioned to you, but again I would reiterate, I don't mind. So the thing is, as I earlier mentioned you, I think you might have listened to me that time. The thing is, once the person is, he's somewhere like established in city, so he is totally, become this much accustomed and used to of living the life in city and enjoying the life, I can say, with the freedom. So he's not in the mood of going back. There are some
Mhm.
reasons, and it depends, and accordingly, like to the person, what the person is thinking all about. And the other thing that you ask, like the disadvantages. So I think 2 and 3 I mentioned earlier, that
Yes,
there is
yes.
a scarcity of jobs and businesses. If the person is interested in, getting any kind of diverse job, so he's not getting in village. He has to
Yes.
like move towards city. And other thing I can say, in cities there are, extensive transportation, many kind of vehicles people are using, but not in village area. And
Mhm.
somewhere, there are inadequacies of things, like let's say infrastructures. It's inadequate in village life, in villages, but not in
Mhm.
cities. In cities there are so many big buildings, skyscraper buildings are there, and the opportunities, everything. And yeah, there are lacking of greeneries as well in cities life. But if I tell you about village life, so it's brimmed with the greenery, fresh air. But yes, somewhere, if I tell you, yes, you were asking about disadvantages. So
Yes,
there
yes.
are many. Yeah, there are many. um, I think I have told you all the things, so I'm not getting any other point. But I can say
Yeah.
there are, lacking of malls, restaurant. Okay, so it's not about, it's not about just restaurant, malls. See, it's about the particular person as well. There are so many people are working together because of that mall, that restaurant. So they are getting employment, right? So this is
Mhm.
not happening in village area. But in cities, there are so many people, they are getting the opportunities to work in such kind of like premises, let's say malls, let's say any like restaurant. But since there are, dearth of these things like a restaurant, big restaurants, and like malls, so this is why people are not getting the kind of opportunities to work. Meaning there are, the employment is lacking in village area. I think this is the prominent thing. Because of that, people are moving towards city.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
And you said that the main reason behind it is that job opportunities are available in the city area. And in nutshell, would like to say that the cities are a hub of innovations. Yeah.
yes.
And you know that people are having enough money, sufficient money at the moment. So, uh, but that kind of facilities are not available in the villages. There is no restaurant, as you said. There are no educational facilities they desire. At the same time, there are no clubs, shopping malls, restaurant, amusement park, garden.
Yes.
Facilities are not available. And you know that the standard of living had been increased to certain level at the moment. People are having a certain amount of money, sufficient money, and they want the mean to spend the money. So all these facilities should be available for them, and the village cannot provide all these facilities. So they are
Yes.
wanting, yeah, shift toward the city.
Yes,
Though
yes, of course.
though there are so many benefits of village life, but as these facilities are not available, because if they want to get their children's admission in the English medium school, so English medium school or quality education is not available at the
Yes,
uh,
yes,
village level. and
exactly.
and also sanitation method is not available in the villages. So these are the problem. There are no proper roads, there are no proper houses. So all these
Mm-hmm.
are still existing in the village life, and
Yes, yes.
people face these problems as they have sufficient money, and so they are shifting toward the city life, and they
Mm-hmm.
are fascinated by all these facilities, all these luxuries. They are fascinated, because everyone is watching mobile, everyone is watching TV, movie.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting knowledge about everything that is available in the world. So they don't want to refrain from all these auxiliaries, luxuries. So people are passionate towards the city life, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
people are ready to live in the village, but they are shifting toward the city life. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely right.
yeah. So
Okay. Okay,
yeah,
sir. So we are done with the topic. So if you have anything, then please let me know. If you want to ask anything.
yeah, yeah. As you have given sufficient information, good information about this topic, so it was very nice conversation, ma'am. And I would like to offer my thanks to you for joining with this session. Yeah, it was
Thank
very
you.
useful for me. And
Thank
definitely,
you.
yeah, speaking with you, my confidence level is off. Before speaking with you, ma'am, I was pulling myself back whenever it comes to speaking English. But definitely, you have done a lot for me. So I am very grateful to you for giving me
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah,
My
ma'am.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, and since I have joined with this app, ma'am, I have spoken with so many participants, and that is definitely making change, improvement, and enhancement my vocabulary, and it is really enriching me as far as English fluency is concerned, ma'am. So many, yeah, gratefulness to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. My pleasure. Okay, sir. Let's wind up this session.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
So
Thank you. And you gave me your precious time. Thank you so much.
thank you once again.
Thank you.